Hello, all you wonderful Topaz affiliates. Just coming to you today to talk to you about the brand new Topaz Studio, which is the latest from Topaz Labs. It is a free photo processing solution, extensive effects toy box, and powerful creative playground. Topaz Studio is a simple to use editing platform with Topaz Labs' acclaimed photo enhancement technology. It works as a standalone editor, a plugin within Lightroom and Photoshop, as well as a host application for all your other Topaz plugins. Moving right along, if you want to get Topaz Studio, in order to download it, you can follow the links that are in the affiliate email, or you can go to the Topaz Studio website, which is web.topazlabs.com. You can see that right here. And you just click the download button, and this will take you to the download page. You can download the Windows installer or the Macintosh installer as you like. I've already got it installed and opened up. So I'll go ahead and open up Topaz Studio. The first thing you'll notice when you open Topaz Studio is that you'll need to log in. This is your Topaz Studio account. We've made a new website for Topaz Studio, although the old accounts on the topazlabs.com website have been ported over. So if you haven't changed your password in the last month or so, you should be able to log in with your Topaz Labs account no problem. I've got a test account set up right here. However, if you'd like to, you can always register for your own account at web.topazlabs.com/my account. If you go to the main website and then you click on the login button, it will take you to the registration page. You can already see that I've already got mine set up here. All I have to do is log in. So I'm going to use these credentials that I've created just for this video to go ahead and log into the application. A few things about this new login system. There is no longer a license key for Topaz Studio. All you need is a Topaz Studio account, which you can get for free, and that gives you full access to the base program. But other than that, there's no license keys, nothing required except for a Topaz Studio login, which you can get for free. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get started opening an image. To open an image, you can click the Open button, or you can click and drag. I have some images open here already. I'm going to go ahead and click and drag this JPEG, this PNG, and you may notice that Topaz Studio is one of the first programs that has RAW support. So I'm going to grab these Canon RAW files and drop them in as well. You'll see the application go ahead and open those up right now. You may notice something else. I didn't just open one image. I've opened 4 images in Topaz Studio. Topaz Studio is one of the first applications that we have, not only to have raw image support, but also to have multi-document support. So you can open and edit multiple images at a time. Just to recap though, you can open JPEG, PNG, TIFF, and now RAW images in Topaz Studio. It's one of the new things we've been working on, and we're really excited about the potential that this brings to the application. Along with RAW support, we have some new tools. If I go to this raw image right here, if I click here on the lens, you will see that the program has automatically detected that this was shot on a Canon 5D Mark IV using a 24 to 105 millimeter f4 Canon lens. It automatically detects the lens that you shot the image with, and automatically applies lens correction as a default. You can always turn that off if you'd like to and make your changes manually, but it's something really neat that we've included: automatic lens correction in Topaz Studio. Along with that, we have a new crop, rotate, and straighten tool. That means you can open the image. It works just like any other crop and rotate tool, where you can grab your image here, slide, move this around, and go ahead and try and straighten this up and get the angle the way I want. I think I want that rose stem going straight down. And that's good enough just to show you guys. Click the done button. Image will be cropped. One of the cool things about cropping, straightening, all that is it is compatible with undo redo. So if I don't like that, I can always click the undo button and go back to my original import. Those are just 2 of the new tools that we've included in Topaz Studio. There will be more to come. Of course, in this tools palette, you have your overall masking as well. We'll get to that in just a minute. Starting at the top of the new interface, we do have our main toolbar that allows you to open, save your image, or save as another image. So if you don't want to save over your original, the save button will allow you to save over your original image. We also have view options. Let's say if I applied an effect right here and wanted to see the original, I can click the original button. I can also hit the space bar or click on my image to see the original. Zoom in, zoom out, 100% fit view. All that's pretty standard, as is the split views that we have here, and side-by-side comparisons. All that is pretty standard with Topaz products, but it is also included in Topaz Studio. As we get into applying effects, you'll see we have the effect panel here. It's pretty traditional. Some of the new things we've included, though, is the grid view. no longer interferes on your workspace. It just makes it where you can see more than one effect. Searching effects is pretty easy. You can type into the toolbar. Let's say I know what I want to look for. I can search right in this toolbar, but also we have the new effect buttons right here that show categories and different tags that you can search by. So if you don't know what to enter in this button, you can always click the featured button, all, view your specific effects. This is a new account, so I don't have any effects. I don't have any favorites. I don't have any likes. You can see trending. These are the most popularly used, I believe, in the last month, as well as new effects that have just been added to Topaz Studio. As well as you have recently used here. You can click if you've applied an effect and you don't remember what it was. These are your last recently viewed. You can always click the list button to see a single column view. If you want to see all of the tags and categories available, you just click the More button and that will show you all of the available categories and tags within Topaz Studio. So if I wanted to see something for fine art, I could just click the fine art tag and I will see all of the effects with the fine art tag applied to them. Really easy, really intuitive, really simple to navigate. Moving around, we have the image browser. You can see all of the 4 different images that I've opened here. Each of these images have their own independent undo and redo. So I haven't done anything to this, so there's no undo redo. If I go here, click undo, it will go back to the last effects that I've applied. I can go all the way back to when I opened the image originally. Right here, this is me turning off and on the lens correction. And I can redo all the way back to the last step that I made. If you make a change, if I've undid a few steps and I go back and make another change, of course I can't redo over that because I've already made a change from that point moving forward. Alright, inside of the image browser here you also have, every image has their own hamburger menu. With that you can apply. The apply button basically takes all of the effects that you've got in your effect panel right here, and it is very similar to creating a flattened layer in Photoshop. Click the apply button, it will flatten your image, but it will also duplicate it and create a new image. Now this is as if I saved the image and re-imported it. It is important to note though that applying an image does not actually save it out. If you'd like to save this image, you're still going to need to click the save as button in order to save your edit. You can see it right here. Otherwise it just stays in the program as a starting point. Along this menu, we also have the duplicate button. It's very simple. It basically duplicates your image and all of the adjustments applied. So you can see here that I have 5 adjustments that I've applied to this image. If I click the duplicate button, it will duplicate my image and apply the same adjustments to it. This is really helpful if you want to take an image in 2 different directions. I wanted to see what 2 separate effects would look like on the same image. The duplicate button is really good for that. Go ahead and close that. You also have the ability to copy and paste adjustments. So I've made this effect on this image, and I really like it, and I'd like to see it on this flower. Well, now I don't have to save the effect, reapply the effect. If I've done some work and I'm not sure if I want to save it, I want to make sure that it's compatible with the images that I've imported into the program. I can simply copy adjustments here, and then paste my adjustments on the new image. You'll see I have the exact same adjustments on both images at the same time. Some really new features that we have within the image browser and the control that you're able to do over each separate image and adjustment stack that you've created. We'll reset that. You can reset by clicking the reset button in the corner. That'll take it back to the way the image was when you imported it. And we'll move right along to adjustments. You've seen that by clicking on different effects, it basically applies an adjustment stack to your image. Adjustments really are the core of Topaz Studio. This is where all of the power is. You can see that I've applied precision, contrast, radiant, and vignette. If I wanted to add something else, I have a list of common adjustments used right here. I'm going to go ahead and apply the basic adjustment. I'll take my exposure down just a little bit, take the shadows down. Let's turn the clarity up just a little bit, and it's a little oversaturated. I'm going to desaturate that. And I can actually take this and drag it to the very top so that this is the first adjustment that is now applied to my image. Adjustments work from top down, so this is the first one applied. Precision contrast will be the second applied. Radiance will be the third applied. Vignette, anything else I add will go further in the stack. So let's say I wanted to add a curves adjustment. That will go further down in the stack, and it will be the last thing applied. So this curves adjustment is affecting every single adjustment above it. If I wanted to change that, I can always take my tone curves, click them, drag them, and place them wherever I'd like. All of these adjustments are completely rearrangeable. You can also delete them. You can also, let's say I wanted to duplicate my tone curves. I could click here, just click duplicate, and it would duplicate another one. Also, something that we've had within Texture Effects and some of our later programs that not many of you have known about is enhancements. If you scroll down to the bottom here, let's say that I've applied this basic adjustment, and I'd like to make the tone curves only apply to the basic adjustment. As is now, every single adjustment that I have is applied to the major image. I'd really like to show you guys this. It has a lot of power. Let's say I copy this adjustment. I can then go here and I can paste it as an enhancement. Now what that means is this tone curves now only affects the basic adjustment. So if I've done some masking to this and I have something very specific and that I've created and I only want to affect this adjustment, I can always paste it as an enhancement. It's only affecting this adjustment. It's not affecting any of the other items within my adjustment stack. Along with adjustments, we have a lot of straight away, we have a lot of controls that you're familiar with. We've gone through a little bit of a reorganization here, but you still have your eyeball control to turn on and off viewing that adjustment. You can still erase the adjustment if you don't like it. You also have your opacity controls here and blending modes available right here that you can use for each adjustment. In the hamburger menu, you can reset your adjustment. You can copy your adjustment and paste it. This will create another adjustment. So if I were to copy this, and then click paste, it would add another basic adjustment with the exact same settings to the bottom here. You also have the ability to duplicate your adjustment. It's the same thing as copying and pasting basically. And you can paste your adjustment as an enhancement, which we just covered. You also, if you're not sure what the adjustment does, you can click the Learn More button to go to the website and see the specific page that is all about that adjustment and what it does. Two other items here which are grayed out because I don't have them applied. We've gotten a lot of feedback asking for the ability to copy and paste masks. You now have the ability to do that. So if I've worked and created a mask, I can copy this mask and paste it. I will show that to you in just a minute. As well as all the basic controls, you also have the sliders that you're familiar with within these applications. But something new that we've created is adjustment level presets. So let's say you've got an adjustment, you know you want to add something, but you're not exactly sure where to start. Every single adjustment has 4 or 5 adjustment level presets that you can apply. If you're not really sure where you want to get started with this effect, these adjustment level presets are a great place to get you started. I'm going to go ahead and undo that. There's my custom basic adjustment. Cool. Okay, along with the adjustments, any other adjustments that you'd like to add, you can always click the More button to see an entire list of adjustments that are available within Topaz Studio. This list will be growing. We'll be adding more as we go. Now, you guys have wondered, I've kind of skipped over masking. This little icon right here is our masking icon. It's kind of hidden, but it's really powerful. I'm going to go ahead for the sake of this and turn off all of these other adjustments. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take this saturation all the way up here so we can actually see what we're creating. So we're going to click this little button right here to apply a mask. Now, some of the new features of masking in Topaz Studio. Every single adjustment that we create has this same masking panel. One of the cool things is, let's say I wanted to create a color mask. It's really easy to do that. I just take my mask. Right now I'm applying a black mask. I just want to knock out, apply a black mask, and I'm going to pick green. Really knock that out. I'm going to take the range down so we're only getting rid of that green. There we go. You can see it selected all the greens and leaves. So I'm going to hit, I'm done with that. But let's say I want to do something else. Now I've got this kind of flower, kind of clear. I think I want to get rid of some more. Okay, so I'll click the Done button just to apply that, and then I can go back in here and make another color adjustment. And let's say I want to go to the red. Cool. I'm going to go ahead with those settings right there. I'm going to say that I'm done with that. Since I'm not going to apply another color selection though, I think I'm just going to brush out these little edges that you're seeing right here. They aren't really fitting. Cool things about the brush mask, it is edge aware. So you can crank up the radius and you'll actually see right here in the center, you'll see a preview of what your brush is going to look like. You'll notice that red circle. That red circle is the hard edge. If I increase the softness, I'm going to get a difference between that red and green circle. Red and green, you may notice for masking in Topaz Remask, the edge aware works similar to the way Topaz Remask works. Anything that's in the red is a color that's actually going to be included. Anything that's between the red and green circle is going to be computed by the edge aware. So I'm just going to go over here, apply that, come over here and do this, draw a really quick mask here. Turn this mask density all the way up. Turn my radius down. I'm going to go ahead and brush on this flower. Now I'm brushing in with white. Brushing with white is going to reveal the sections that I'm masking. Just do that. Color in here. You can see very quickly I've created a mask that only applies to my yellow of my flower right there. So yeah, you may notice that not only do we have powerful masking, including edge wear here, but we also have the ability to combine different masks. If I wanted to make a luma adjustment now, I could do that, hit done, and now I've created a very, very specific mask just for that flower. Now that I've done all that work, I mentioned earlier that we have the copy and paste mask adjustment buttons. I go here, I copy this, and I'm going to go down to my radiance adjustment, turn that on. You can see it's really, really vivid. But I really don't want it to be applied to anything other than the flower that I've just masked out. It's really easy just to paste that mask there, and now you can see the radiance adjustment is only applying to that flower, just like the basic adjustment. So some really, really powerful masking here. We have brush mask, spot mask, gradient mask, color mask, and luma mask. If you want to apply another mask over one you've already created, let's say I've applied a color mask and I want to brush, I don't have to hit OK. I just go to the brush mask and start painting. It will automatically update and apply to this mask that I created. One of the new features in Topaz Studio is the adjustment mask option. It allows you to feather your mask, to feather that out a little bit, get rid of some of that detail. I can also make it edge aware, and as well I have contrast controls for my mask if I wanted to make the contrast of the mask a little more stark. And I can change the density if I wanted to make it more white or more black. I can do that here. I like that, so I'm going to click done. Every single adjustment within Topaz Studio has these masking features. And the masking is one of the tools that's available completely free within Topaz Studio. So let's say I've created this, I'm done, and I want to save this effect. It's really easy to do that. I just click the save button here at the bottom. Make this bright flower 1. I don't want to make this public, so I'm going to leave this at no. I don't want to favorite it. I used some radiance there. It's got a little glowy effect. It's also, I think I could be happy with this. I'm just going to click OK. And now you see under my effects, you have bright flower 1. The masking is not preserved within each of your effects. We did that intentionally because if I apply this to any image other than this flower and masking is preserved, it's going to look really silly. And remember, one of the other things about this masking, it is completely undo and redo compatible. So if I go in here and make a mistake, I don't have to redraw my entire mask. All I need to do is undo my mask and redo my mask. Alright, we've seen that I saved my effect. I'm going to go ahead and save my image now. I can do that by clicking the save button. However, that's going to overwrite my old image. I don't want to do that, so I'm going to click save as here. You can save as a JPEG image, you can save as a TIFF, or you can save as a PNG. I'm fine with a JPEG, so I'm just going to do that. That image is also fine with me. Hit save. It will process my image. Now that image is available in the area that I specify. You've heard me mention a few things about Topaz Studio that's free. You're wondering probably how we make money with this application. Everything that you've seen so far that I've done is free. I have the ability to open the application. I have raw support. I have all the tools, including cropping, rotating, masking, lens corrections. I have the ability to open multiple documents, JPEGs, TIFFs, PNGs, and raw images. All available effects. So if I were to go effects here, I could click and apply any of these effects, any of these one-click effects that I want, and save my image no problem. I also have the ability to save my own custom effects. So if I have this applied and I don't want dehaze, and I don't want this precision contrast, and I'm happy with that, I can save effects under my Topaz account. You also have, again, all masking options. All of this powerful masking we just covered is free within Topaz Studio, as well as you can host any of the Topaz plugins that you already own for free within Topaz Studio. So if I wanted to go in here and apply impression to this image, I could just invoke the plugin. It will boot up impression. And since I already own it, I don't have to pay anything else in order to use this application. I can come into Topaz Impression. I can pick a quick adjustment, let's say abstraction 1. I can click abstraction 1 that I want to apply, hit the OK button, and it will carry this back into Topaz Studio. You can see that right here. We also have 10 free adjustments. Right now there are 24 adjustments that are available within Topaz Studio. 10 of these are free. and several of them are paid. So you can see the free adjustments right here at the top, as well as image layer, and then these adjustments will need to be purchased. We wanted this to be a really useful tool, a really easy to use, easy to apply, easy to get into application without any kind of high barrier to entry or paywall. So all of that is available to you for free. We really wanted to create something for people who don't have Photoshop but want to use some of our plugin only tools like Clean, Lens Effects, DJPEG, Detail. You have the ability to use those now within Topaz Studio completely free of charge. So paid adjustments, how does that work? Well, let's see. I'm going through and applying free effects, and I come to precision contrast. Well, I can make changes to my basic adjustment. This is a free adjustment. But if I wanted to make adjustments to precision contrast, well, I don't have access to that because that's a paid adjustment. I still have access to masking, still have access to the ability, any of the menu options here. I have the I can delete it, I can rearrange it. I even have access to the adjustment level presets that are available within Topaz Studio. The only thing I need to pay for if I want to make changes to the sliders within this adjustment. However, every single paid adjustment does come with a free 30-day trial. In order to do that, you just need to click the Try Pro button, and it will activate the trial. And now you can see right here I have 29 days left. You get used to the full adjustment like it would be if you purchased it free for 30 days. And that is on an adjustment level. So if I wanted to add focal blur, well, that's a paid adjustment too, but I can click here, and now I have another 30-day free trial for focal blur. As we develop this product, we will be adding more adjustments. This allows you to get a free 30-day trial on those on the adjustment level instead of just a 30-day trial for the application, and that's why each of our adjustments have individual 30-day trials on them. We will be adding more, and we wanted people to be able to, of course, try before they buy. One of the new features in Topaz Studio is our update manager. In the past, when you needed to update the application, you usually have to download and run a new installer. That is the case no longer. When an update is available, you will see it when you open Topaz Studio and run it for the first time. That day, you'll get a notification that an update is available. Show this right here. And it will automatically update all of the components in Topaz Studio and relaunch Topaz Studio once it's updated. No more having to download the latest version. It's really easy and integrated. We're planning on pushing updates out frequently. We've been trying to do at least one every week. Right now, as we get through the program, we're going to try and release a new update to solve issues every 2 weeks. This also solves the problem of updating separate products. Every adjustment within Topaz Studio, when we update the core application of Topaz Studio, any of the compatibility within these adjustments also gets updated as well. Some of the questions you're going to get right off the bat that we've already gotten through our open beta. We've been in open beta since the middle of March, and one of the biggest questions we get is, are you ditching the plugins? Of course, we are not ditching the plugins. We are kind of moving towards this new integrated solution, Topaz Studio. We will continue to update those plugins, and we will be supporting both products. For affiliates, one of the questions you get asked is what about the new Topaz plugin store? Well, the new store in Topaz Studio is already tied into the affiliate system. All you need to do is send people to this store to purchase adjustments through the affiliate link that is in your email, and you will, of course, get credit for the people that you send to the store to purchase new adjustments. Alright guys, that's about all we have for Topaz Studio. There will be more videos, more information coming out. I just wanted to give you guys a real quick special overview to explain to you Topaz Studio, what it's good for, a little bit about its inner workings. So go ahead and go to the website, download it, give it a shot. Let me know any feedback, questions, comments, or concerns that you have. You can always email me at affiliates@topazlabs.com. If you run into technical issues, we'd love it if you guys could submit a ticket. You can do that through the Help Center right here. Just go to the Downloads page, click on the Help Center link, and you can submit a request right here. We'd love to get any feedback that you have. I can't wait to hear what you guys think about it, and we can't wait to see how excited you are to share all the developments that we've made in Topaz Studio. So thank you very much for watching, and thank you again for being a Topaz affiliate.